It's going down, y'all. This is John Ammo reporting to you from the archives, saying happy Martin Luther King Day, and happens to be the day that I'm blogging that the Philadelphia Eagles season is over. Actually, it was Saturday. A lot of things could be said about this past Sunday's game, but first and foremost, I would like to congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles on winning 10 games this season, brushing all the dirt off their shoulders, going 5-1 in the division, trouncing Dallas twice, trouncing the Redskins twice, beating the Giants twice, and taking it all the way to the divisional playoffs in a game that we should have won with our backup quarterback, might I add. And speaking of the game, this past Saturday, I hate to be the guy that I'm going to kind of eat a little bit of crow in a second, I guess, as some people would put it, but I hate to be the guy that sit here and says, hey, we got robbed, but fuck it, I'm gonna come out and say, I think the Philadelphia Eagles got a little robbed Saturday night. I think there was like 3 plays in a row. One was a holding play that negated like a 30-yard play in the fourth quarter. One was a interference call. There were several. We played a tough game. Andy Reid didn't make all the right calls down the stretch, I don't think. And there's a lot of things that you could say. The 4th and 15 situation, the 1st and goal situation, and I'm going to get into that in a second. But at the end of the day, Andy Reid's game plan still would have held, besides the 4th and 15, which I think thought it was a little ridiculous. But Andy Reid's game plan would have held ultimately I think the refs let us down a little bit, and I remember basically, yelling, why don't you just hand him the game? Because that's essentially what happened. Was they kind of got handed the game, and I think one of the dudes on SportsCenter, I forgot who, the big black dude, he was quoted as saying, the Philadelphia Eagles were the better team. I feel like they were the better team. And, that's an important thing really quickly, just that needs to be said, that, we were a great team this year. We bounced back from a 4-game losing skid in the middle of the season. We had our backup quarterback, and we were missing Javon Curse up front and Lito Shepard in the playoffs. But, we had a great team this year, and we should be pretty dominant when it comes to next season in 2007. But I'm not like a Dallas Cowboy fan. Let's analyze this game a little bit. I think the 4th and 15 call was ridiculous. A minute and 56 seconds left. If you punt the ball back to him, the game is over. I don't know what Andy Reid was thinking. I think that was really, really sloppy play call management again, and that's my problem with Andy Reid in the playoffs. He's a great coach. He surrounds himself with great personnel. He builds a great franchise. He drafts great players, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the play clock management in close games, like in the Super Bowl and like in this particular game, I just don't understand some of the decisions that he makes. I didn't understand the 4th and 15 with a minute and 56 seconds left. Deuce McAllister, excuse me, is literally, busting up the field all over us. Obviously, if you give him the ball back, we're not going to get the ball. It's a minute and 56 seconds, so it's 4th and 15. You got to go for it right there. I like how Andy Reid, throughout the playoffs and throughout the winning skid, has stuck to the field goal formula after blowing a couple field goals through the losing skid. But when we had the ball on the goal line, when we could have put him up, when it was a tie, we were up by 1 point, we could have been up 28-21. I think we should have went for the touchdown. I think that was a key failure in the game, the fact that we didn't go for a touchdown right there. Instead, we opted to kick a field goal. It was 24-21, and then the Saints, as you all know, came back and ultimately won the game. But if Andy Reid goes for the touchdown there, that's another thing that I think should be analyzed, because the bottom line is that although most times I agree with taking the field goal, in this particular situation, you got to count on the Saints running down the field and scoring that touchdown. You got to go for the touchdown there. And, the reason why is because Sean Payton is gonna drain the clock on you either way if you don't. So, I don't agree with all the things that happen, but nevertheless, you know, I think Andy Reid is a great coach, and I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be a very, very good football team next season. I think they're going to probably win 12 or 13 games next year when they're back at full strength. Donovan McNabb should be back, you know, hopefully like April. He should be back, you know, full strength, April or May, they're saying. And, you know, what more could you ask for? We had our backup quarterback, you know, our backs were against the wall. We were 4-5, I think, 4-5, and then we pulled off, you know, an amazing 5-game win streak, and, you know, won a wild card game, and, you know, all with our backup quarterback. Props to Jeff Garcia. He played his heart out. He's a tough player. Props to Brian Westbrook. He's really coming onto his own. He's looks like he's going to be maybe even the next Tiki Barber. Who knows? Which would be, you know, a great career for him. And like I said, props to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. What can you say? All their receivers. Hopefully, we'll sign Dante Stallworth. You know, he's the only unrestricted free agent right now. So the Philadelphia Eagles should make sure that they go ahead and sign him. I found some quick stats that you guys might want to check out. It's pretty interesting. Since the 2000 season, the Eagles own the second best overall record and the second highest amount of wins in the postseason, which is what I've been saying all along. And 21 of 22 starters on the 2006 Eagles are already signed, except for, like I said, dynamic Dante Stallworth. And we all know we want to get number 18 back in the uniform. So a couple of little reminders for, like, you know, the people out there in the YouTube, particularly the Dallas fans. Like, I'm looking at my page right now. Like, you got this new dude, like D-Star, and like what you got Halen, and what's that other guy's name, Blake, and all these guys. Dude, Blake is a fucking 49ers fan. Dude, do you guys not understand? Again, do I have to, I mean, I hate to harp on the Eagles Dallas, you know, subject every time I make a blog, but you people are retarded. Get off my page. Beat it. Scram. We whooped your ass at home. What are you talking shit for? You guys lost on a fumble. Next year, we're going to fucking own the division again. Donovan McNabb is going to be healthy, and we're going to win 13, 14 games, and we're going to smush Dallas all over again. And we're going to smush Terrell Owens all over again, just like we smushed him the 2 times that we faced him. So, you know, all you guys, what do you... Stop talking. Like, you guys got shellacked by the Saints 41-17. Didn't you guys lose to the Saints 41-17? You got blown out at home by the Saints 41-17, you bunch of losers. We lost a close game that we should have won 27-24. Ultimately, a loser is a loser, but it makes me feel better a little bit about my season, knowing that we whooped your guys' asses twice. So let me guess. Oh, we got 5 Super Bowls. Golf clap. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Enough about that. Get off my page. You guys are garbage. I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm a big Eagles fan. I'm not a big time college fan, so I'll be blogging all off season about the Birds. Check me out. And you know what? It's New York Mets season time soon. So I gotta hop on the bandwagon and start recruiting some Met YouTubers out there now too. So that's it, man. And here's my, I guess if I haven't eaten it already, here's my eating crow, I guess, as you guys would call it. Big props to the Saints. You guys are a good football team. I won't say great. Played a great game. You got the coach is phenomenal. Sean Payton is phenomenal. He out-coached Andy Reid 2 times. And just like the Chargers were probably a better team than the Patriots, they got out-coached by Bill Belichick, and that's, at the end of the day, you know, what really counts. So, you know, I hate to say this, but the Philadelphia Eagles look like they're going to win the Super Bowl next year. And until then, check me out. I'll be back, you know, sometime in the near future. This is John Ammo, Archives, saying good season, Birds, 2006. I'm proud of you guys. I couldn't have asked for a better ending, and hopefully we'll take it to the next level in 2007. But I'm not a punk. I'm not going anywhere. Check for me soon. Late.